How's it going, anime fans? Johnny here to give you something a bit different than I normally do. I'm going to be talking about Parasyte the Maximum, the Stranger episode, episode 5. So yes, fuck, what an episode, right? You enjoy that? It's fucking crazy. So obviously the start of the episode, it starts off with these two characters driving off somewhere, probably going on a bit of a vacation. So yeah, the idea is that this Parasyte doesn't understand the concept of a seatbelt, and for some reason wraps it around her fucking forehead. The driver crashes in his sweet little Mini Cooper, may I add, because the thick bitch doesn't seem to grasp the concept of a seatbelt. Fuck. And then obviously the Parasyte goes all fucking alien on his ass, chops his motherfucking head off, and goes walkies. So it's quite interesting this, because that being said, we've now learned something quite fundamental in the Parasyte series, and that is Parasytes can take over different bodies. I don't feel like it's something still solid for all Parasytes, because obviously when it was going into the body, it had this fucking Kill Bill moment. It's like, move your little toe. And I want to note as well, this episode touched on a really deep topic of mine personally, is that me and my girlfriend have this argument all the time, is that being male is harder than what you think. It fucking is. I don't care. Sure, women have the periods, and they're quite, upfront about it. I have a period. But, guys, do you know how hard it is not to piss ourselves? Fuck. You can relate. And he's like, shit, this body's too hard to manage. And, they have the makeup. We don't piss ourselves. It's harder than what you think. Have you been to a toilet and seen a guy piss actually in this toilet? If he is, he's gifted. He's like some martial art pissing champion. At the end of episode 4, Takamura, his teacher, the hot one, until she goes all kind of fucking scary spice on us. I'm not going to kill you because you're not quite human. We'll just leave it there, and that's how it ended. And I thought it was a bit weird. So it kind of shows this Shinichi's changing from just being a generic kind of human into this kind of maybe an evolution, because the Migi and Shinichi are kind of a unique kind of bond. Let's carry on a bit now. Nagai's getting the shit kicked out of him in a back alley by these couple of thugs. So Shinichi decides to say, fuck you, Migi. I'm going to help my friend Nagai, who's getting 10 bells of shit kicked out of him, and I'm going to join in with him, because that's only the festive thing to do. So yeah, all of a sudden Shinichi doesn't really do anything at all. He just gets the fuck kicked out of him. Even Migi doesn't pop out when he's asleep. What the fuck? I was hoping to see some really cool martial arts, something really strange, like maybe he could punch really hard, KO the fuck out of them. Maybe he's quicker, maybe he's stronger, maybe he sees a bit better. I don't know. I was expecting more than just a generic, oh shit, I'm getting my ass kicked. I think the message, what Shinichi was trying to get across in that entire scene, is that he is different from a Parasyte. He cares about people, and that's what sets them aside from the Parasytes. And I personally think he was just trying to uphold those values. But when them thugs appear again and kidnap Satomi, I was expecting Shinichi to maybe then go into superpower or Super Saiyan mode, but he doesn't. But there was a really cool moment where Migi basically says, we can't defeat these guys, or you can't defeat these guys, because that guy's at a level 18, that guy's a 12, and you're a 10. So it's kind of interesting. It kind of falls into this idea that maybe that's a unique ability to Migi, and that's kind of cool. It showed us something we didn't already know. So I was expecting a bit more from that, that's all. But luckily enough, the school members appear, and then they kick the crap out of the folks. So there's a moral in this story, that Hana and Satomi really get moist seeing guys getting the shit kicked out of them. Must do, because fucking hell, them two women were falling over him after the end of it. And what is that about? Something that's completely heartbreaking is seeing Shinichi's parents, chilling out, catching some rays, getting all like a lovey-dovey and shit. Then all of a sudden, some piss-mongering Parasyte fucking snippity snips his mother, head comes straight off, and dad manages to escape. So I knew straight away his mother was going to be the Parasyte, and it's like, oh, that's fucking heartbreaking. When Shinichi's dad phones his son up, and he goes like, oh, your mum's a monster, I would have been a dick. And I'm like, Dad, I know what you mean, she's a proper cunt, isn't she? But he's like, no, she's a monster, she's lost her head, blah 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 blah. And then he's like, what does he mean by that? He's a monster. As soon as you saw Shinichi's mother come through the door, you knew straight away she was a Parasyte. I was going left, right and centre, but I thought it was kind of sweet actually, because obviously Migi was still in its transformed state, because he knew exactly what she was now. She was no longer Shinichi's mother, she was Shinichi's enemy now, and that's why I think that's why he stayed in that form. And it was kind of sad seeing Shinichi. He was in pure shock. I think he knew that she was a parasite, but he wasn't willing to accept it. And I was like, oh mate, you need to snap out of this shit. I was a proper loser, like, mate, just snap out of it, she's gonna fucking kill you. And yeah, but that little bit where he's so in denial, Shinichi, he pulls the knife on his own hand and says, if you attack, I will cut you, you know. And then all of a sudden the parasite just stabs him straight through his chest, and then it ends there. But obviously if you watch just after the credits at the end, you see that there's a little snippet of information where you see a bit of a scar on his chest. So it implies to me that maybe Shinichi has got some sort of healing capabilities. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. If you want me to do the next episode, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below saying yeah, do episode 6, talk about episode 6, and I'll definitely do that. This is obviously my first attempt at doing this, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and until then guys and girls, take it easy, peace out, and talk to you all next time.